net was $18 billion, right? After tax, 14 billion. What's our budget this year? If you're using the government rate, 200 naira, it is 20 billion. So if Apple had just worked hard a little bit, $1 billion or $2 billion more, last quarter, that's their earning. One company in the US. And as a nation, the entire country is discussing $6 billion, $20 billion, and we are planning to borrow 2.5 billion. I mean, 2.5 trillion of that money, technically. So it's amazing where our nation is. And yet, 21% of the world's 28 natural resources we have in Africa in commercial quantity. So it's a far cry. It's a far cry, right? If you're not depressed, I am. But I mean, not in that way, but I'm worried, I'm concerned. And I think that we need to rise to, like what Pastor has said, the second agenda. We need to take over governments. You don't need anybody to tell you that these guys have no clue. They have no clue. They don't know what to do. After May 29, 80% of them came to Abuja for bailout. They should actually have just resigned. They've just said we can't pay salary. We don't have the leadership capacity and capital to maximize the opportunity every state has got to create wealth and take care of our people and build roads, build airports, build hospitals, invest in education and all of that. So we just look around us, we keep seeing the reason why it's important for us, this generation, to rise and say enough is enough. And beyond just those speeches, do the things we're doing, take it to the next level, create a huge platform, and begin to see how a few years from now, Obama came into office and he made a statement. He said by the time he's leaving, America's dependence on oil from an international community would drop significantly, right? And now they have the shale oil, right? And that import from Nigeria has dropped to 40%. Now you have your oil on the highway, you're looking for who to buy. Tesla is working so hard that 10 years from now, you carry the oil in cup. All of us will have just arrived here with small cup of crude oil. Bros, I get. Bros, I get. Not this year. Bros, I get. Why? Tesla is working hard to make sure that in a few years' time, hybrid cars will become cheap. Because they have them now, the challenge is the cost. And with hybrid cars, I don't need fuel. The biggest challenge now is how much charge can I have in my car. So right now they are dealing with 2-3 hours. The moment they break to 24 hours charge, we'll just be selling the oil between Kano and Lagos. So this generation needs to rise and say, why these guys are thinking of this? What are we thinking? And it's through a platform like this where we come and speak passionately about both our experiences, but about what we're doing, and then have the other generation sitting, policy people, and begin to say, we want this, and we will work with you to do this. We'll begin to say the kind of change we want, and I believe it's possible. So this is a great meeting, this is a great platform. Like Pastor said, let's own it. Let's own this platform, so that hopefully in our generation, when they are doing those analogies, then maybe the world's wealth will be $500 trillion. They should be able to say, so percent is not 1%. India has got 2%, China has got 8% or so, and the entire Africa. And yet Angola's uranium alone is 40% of the world's deposit. I can't explain that. Yeah. Go to DRC Congo. I went to DRC Congo and I saw the best street. Some of the best street looked like, not the express, but if you try to drive into Summit Street. And the president was passing one day. I looked, I said, he should be ashamed to ride on a bicycle. And all the while I stayed in that country, they had low current. Low current. Let me say this joke. I went to a church. So then I go to a church. Meanwhile, in my room, each time you put on the TV, concerts in stadiums. Makosa. I said, what kind of country is this? Then I tried to look for a church on a Wednesday. And as I got to the door of the church, they were doing prayer meeting. I saw people sit down. So I asked the usher, what's going on? He said they are doing prayer. I said, with the way your country is, you people are praying like this? Makosa music. And party has taken over the country. That's why you people don't. So I just went back to my room and said, I better go home. I came back and told my wife, I said, I couldn't sit there. I had to go home and I don't want what is there. Because if I start praying, they may now hold me for deliverance. Right. The point is that we need to rise to our generation. We need to rise. We're just waiting for a queue for our lunch. So what time is it now? 1:40. How much